Cave, back in the cave, Shrink. Shrink is, you know where he is. He's in his domain. And he still haven't found what he's looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Who can relate? You know why though? You know why you haven't found it? Because you never will. That's the joy of the hobby. It takes up time. That's it. Like reality, just face it. The brain, if you've gone over that line and you're now what you call a so-called audiophile, which I hate that word, but I guess I've said I'm not one, but I gotta be truthful on my channel, as you know me to be. So of course I am. It's a disease, man. It's just you're on this journey thinking you're gonna find this golden egg, but deep down inside you know you're not. It's not about it. It's not even about that. It's a way to pass time, guys. It's a passion. It's a hobby. But there is some people out there that I bet you could just say, oh no, I don't pick my system apart at all. It's just I love it in every way. See, I'm not like that, because there could be a day that I sit down and it's like, it just doesn't sound good. And that's like a phenomenon. Just like in AA, the phenomenon of craving, it's unexplained how that can happen. You know, and I don't know how it happens. I mean, sometimes I just sit down and I go, what the hell's wrong with this? And then other days, I know that could be recording based or whatever that may be, but it's just bizarre. You know, you spend decades on this path, Rolodexing gear in and out, and then you think you got it finally, and then, god darn it, you're analyzing, you're picking the system apart again. It's just completely insane. It is, man. Look in the dictionary what the word insane means. Repeating the same thing, expecting different results. Well, I'd love people to chime in and just say that they never do that. They can sit down, regardless of price, listen to their system and never think I need to change this, I need to change that, I need to change this. Because I know people, and myself included, that have had hundreds of components, and my mind still wants to change, because I know for me that it's got nothing to do with the stereo or anything like that. That's my truth. It's a way that I get out of self to escape, because there's feelings going on that I don't like. I want to stay as far away from the shrink as possible. On specific days, right? So I'm just grateful, you know, I use the word mastered because I have mastered the used market. Like, I've been doing it for 30 years, and I mean, 90% of the time when I profit from what I'm letting go out the door, and then I reinvest it into something else, and it just continues. You know, that's how I'm able to bring stuff in, if I want, as tools here in my space. But yeah, still haven't found what I'm looking for. What a brilliant, that song just hit me, because it's one of my favorite songs. But I know so many can relate. You know, even the people with the $1 million systems, they're the same. You just analyze it to death. I couldn't have a system of that value, because even mine's expensive, and it's like, man, I've had really expensive components come in, and I just analyze them more, because the expectations went up so high, right? And you just become so hard on it, that because there's nothing perfect, and it's not even close. It's not even close to perfection, right? So that's a great song, guys. Great song for the video. You know, and I was going to get into the other thing, which is completely off the topic of that, but I could probably save that for another video. It just has to do with version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just keeps going, right? I want something that's tried and true. If it isn't broke, don't fix it type design, that when I buy it, I feel like I made an investment. And that's what the Belcanto is. It's been current for years. There's software updates here and there and firmware updates, and I love that, especially when you just press a button and it's just done, right? So these manufacturers that are planting a V2 on something, I want to see a substantial change, especially if the price has gone up, right? You see it too often. I want a complete redesign from the ground up when a new product comes out, including aesthetically. I know that's a lot of money, but a lot of the time you're just getting the exact same piece. Nothing's changed. Very, very, very little has changed on the internals of the unit, right? For an upcharge. And I'm not saying they all do it, but I've seen it myself. And sometimes I just want to stick with the original, because that's what took all the passion, all the hard work, all the research and development to bring that product to market. And hey guys, Inuus, there's another one. In the digital domain of the market, the Zen MK3 has been current for years. Now that's unheard of, right? It really is in the digital domain, because as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. When you got a superb product, you don't need to. And all the owners are happy with their product, right? But yeah, that could be a whole video in itself. But you know, for me, never will be 100% content with the system. And that has to do with so many variables on how you're feeling that given day. You know, if you're in a bad mood. It's incredible how powerful the brain is. So, you know, I'd love to see the comments if I've got anywhere near the truth for you. Regardless of money spent, it doesn't matter. Like, I've had a systems in here that were double this, and I always, well, that even makes it worse, because then there's always something that you think's a bottleneck or that you need to change. It'd be so nice to have that out of the brain, but for me, I don't think it won't ever happen unless I completely change, completely just get out of the hobby altogether, which I'm not willing to do yet and may never. So just coming on here telling the truth. And once again, guys, thanks for the support. It means a lot to Audio Shrink here. And you know what, guys? I'm thinking of getting some merchandise going, because I got a logo that I got an idea. I'm just afraid if I buy a whole bunch of these shirts that I won't be able to move them along. Let's see some comments if you want merchandise, man, because I'll do it. I got a pretty cool logo, whether it be hats or shirts. What would you rather purchase from Audio Shrink? A hat or a shirt? Shrink loves you. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. Cheers.